24,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine arrived on the island of Grenada on April 9th via the COVAX Facility. What is COVAX and how is it related to COVID-19 and vaccinations? COVAX is the COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access, a global initiative aimed at equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines. COVAX forms part of the Access to COVID-19 Tools ACT Accelerator. This is a framework for global collaboration that came to fruition in response to a call from G20 leaders at the start of the pandemic in 2020. The management of the COVAX facility falls under three partner agencies, which include Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovation, CEPI, and the WHO with UNICEF as key implementing partner. Upon arrival on the island of Grenada, the vaccine cargo was met by the Minister for Health, the Honourable Nicholas Steele, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Hannah Julian St. Paul, Nurse Audrey Lyons, U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Carl Duckworth, and PAHO Country Program Specialist Fiona Anthony. The Minister for Health, the Honourable Nicholas Steele, recognized the global efforts being made and was thankful for Grenada's first shipment via the COVAX facility.
It is another milestone today to have received the first COVAX shipment of vaccines. Nothing with this COVID-19 epidemic has been simple or straightforward. So too has been access to vaccines. From day one, ability to test, to social distancing, lockdowns, regrettably the deaths and hardships that we've all had to undergo. There is a light with the arrival of vaccines into Grenada, and that light, if we use these vaccines appropriately and quickly, will be the light at the end of the tunnel. We have fragile economies, fragile health systems. We cannot afford to take for granted the risk that we still have. There still is a clear and present danger and risk of COVID-19. We need to prepare ourselves as best as possible for whatever will come. And that is, like in all other aspects, being vaccinated.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health with responsibility for hospital and community health services, Hannah Julian St. Paul says the ministry has a responsibility to the people of Grenada.
As a ministry, it is our mandate to ensure that everyone within our population is vaccinated against COVID-19. We have seen what COVID-19 has done to the world, and as a ministry, we have realized that the only strategy in the efforts to ensure that we remain successful in this fight is vaccination.
PAHO Country Program Specialist Fiona Anthony placed emphasis on PAHO's continued commitment in the fight against COVID-19 and the vaccination of the Americas.
The arrival of COVAX vaccines in our region and today in Grenada is a historic milestone, as well as a culmination of months of negotiations and a commitment to global solidarity. While there is reason for hope, we must also remember that doses are limited, and it will be several months before we can rely on vaccines to control this virus. Our goals must be to save as many lives as possible by prioritising early doses for those who are at highest risk of infection. These first vaccines will help to leverage the initial limited number of doses for greater impact, preventing hospitalisation and deaths, protecting healthcare workers, and reducing the strain on our health systems.
Under the COVAX facility, the Pan American Health Organization, along with the World Health Organization, Gavi, CEPI, and UNICEF, have set a target for the Americas to provide enough vaccines to cover around 100 million people by the end of 2021. Once this is achieved, it means that these countries will have enough vaccines to immunize 20% of their populations. PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne says, because of the global limitations on manufacturing vaccines, it has been difficult for our region to gain access to the vaccines we need to immunize our populations. Vaccine production for approved COVID-19 vaccines needs to increase worldwide, because none of us will be safe until all are safe. It is simple. Do your part. Get vaccinated. Vaccines bring us closer.